Hello guys, my name is Dane and welcome to How to Dominate the Skies, or How to One-Hit Kill Any Plane. Nah, that one sucks too. How about the best fighter plane loadout? Yeah, that'll do. Before we get started, bear in mind that this is a guide to the fighter plane with the trench loadout, because in my opinion, this is the strongest and most versatile plane and loadout in Battlefield 1. In this video, I'll be going over the key bindings, dogfighting, how to avoid backseat gunners as best as possible, how to deal with AA as best as possible, how to be the best Behemoth Support, and how to one-hit kill a bomber plane, because in my opinion these bomber planes are the greatest menace and greatest impact on ground combat from the skies. So let's start off with saying the key here is to remain high and stealthy, or at least stealthy. If you are a decent pilot or a great pilot before this video, this will help you out a lot, and then of course you don't have to rely as much as being stealthy and high in the sky. So with key bindings, I've bound W to pitch up and S to pitch down. This is to make turning as tight and as consistent as possible without using the mouse, as the mouse will run out of desk space. So like this, I'm way more consistent and I can use the mouse for fine tuning and adjustments when aiming. I've bound the E key to decelerate and R key to accelerate. This is because slowing down for a short time while turning makes the turn radius smaller. You can speed up afterwards. This is a key to win dogfights, and it will help you turn tighter than normally, and after this you want to accelerate to get out of there quickly if you're trying to escape or if you're just trying to catch up with someone as quick as possible. This also helps in dive situations when trying to get bomber kills. And this is also key for the tactic to one-hit kill bombers, or in fact any plane. Quick important tip though, don't ever try to turn with a pitch down maneuver, the S key for down that is, as this is 3 times as slow and 3 times as wide a turn as using pitch up for turning. If you do try to turn with pitch down maneuver, you will die. Always do turns with pitch up. In case you were wondering, I use the E key for decelerate, as my interact, enter vehicle and exit vehicle is the F key. When on the ground, the E key is my melee button. You can of course change the plane accelerate and decelerate buttons to your choosing and your preference, but it's important that they are easy to get to and that they don't hinder your flying ability and your aiming capability. Also, try to make use of third person view a lot. It gives you map awareness, great view of targets to attack and potential targets and potential threats, what to look out for, and in general just how to get a layout of the entire battle. When it comes to dogfighting, it's key to perform tight turns at slow speed, as I said earlier on. A tight turn is key to keep the enemy plane in your view and in your fire range. Keep in mind that against backseat gunners in attack and bomber planes, do not move in a straight line, move unpredictably or steer out of the spiral, because they are a menace. And that brings us on to the next point, how to avoid backseat gunners as best as possible. As said, move unpredictably or steer clear. Other ways is to move so far below them so they can't see or hit you, and then you try to stay there and shoot up from below, because they do a lot of damage, but it's hard for them to hit a moving target while their own plane move as well, and more often than not, they are not communicating with their pilot, so they don't know when they're turning. And then the biggest threats from the ground, well, the one single biggest threat from the ground is AA. You know, those anti-air guns. They are overpowered. There was a patch not long ago for Battlefield 1 where they reduced the damage a lot, but still they're really powerful. So if you want to deal with these, make use of cover in form of buildings or mountains to stay out of fire or line of sight. Only pop out as soon as you can deal the lethal hit with the trench bombs, or you're sure that they are firing or looking somewhere else entirely. If you go straight in and they are shooting at you, you will die, unless of course you're in a bomber plane, because then you have the advantage of the front seat gunner, which is so overpowered. If you don't have any cover, fly as high as possible, because AA gunners never look straight up. More like a 45-degree angle out to the horizon to deal with other planes. So if you fly high and dive in straight from above, you will be able to deal with them with your lovely trench bombs. Now, if you want to be the best Behemoth support, if your team is not doing so well and you want to support your flying airship, this is basically to help kill enemy AA gunners and enemy planes, but this time around it's way easier to do both, as they'll all focus on the Behemoth airship. So you don't have to think about cover or anything like that when dealing with AA, because they're preoccupied, so just dive in for the kill and take them out. They do a lot of damage to the Behemoth and the Behemoth gunners. Planes are a bit more tricky, but still, luckily you've got the help of the Behemoth AA, and usually the enemy are just solely focusing on the Behemoth. Now, to why I think that this is the best loadout for any plane, and well, best loadout in general and the best plane in general. How to one-hit kill a bomber plane, though I don't know if you can do this with the attack plane. I need to test this out. I'm pretty sure you can actually do this too, but this is a tactic I came upon by chance, and you need a very specific fighter plane loadout for this, and that is of course the trench fighter loadout. The trench bombs do high damage on infantry and they spread out, but I came to learn that if done right, the bombs will one-hit kill any plane from 100% health to 0. The way to do this is to stay high and stealthy, like I said in the beginning, until you found your target. Of course you don't have to, but it helps a lot to stay high above, because usually they are closer to the ground, you know, enemy planes. And once you've chosen the plane target, usually these are the bomber planes, as they are the most impactful to the ground, and they are the slowest and the biggest. You have to dive in and make sure to release your bombs just above them if coming from behind, or just a split second before if you're coming from the front. There's a lot of coming in this video, so stay like 6 or 15 feet above them to deal maximum damage until you've mastered the bomb drop from greater heights. This will kill any plane in one hit if done right, and it's the most powerful loadout for the fighter plane in my opinion, and the most versatile. I do get that people will be salty of this tactic, but it's effective and it works. Just keep in mind that the fighter pilots are the easiest to kill, as they have low health and no backseat gunner support. Get used to the trench loadout for maximum efficiency versus infantry and other planes, of course. This loadout is powerful, versatile and very fun and satisfying to use. With this I often dominate the skies and help my fellow pilots in the air dealing with other planes, and I help demolish enemy infantry at objectives to make it easier for my team to capture, and I spot with the flares as often as possible, also to support my team. Once you've gotten used to this loadout, you'll be an efficient and versatile fighter pilot. And honestly, there's nothing more satisfying than getting those cool trench bomber triple kills on other planes from great heights, or in general unfavorable situations. I've had multiple awesome and epic moments like this. In the beginning I thought that it was just, well, because I had done a lot of damage to one specific plane and I just delivered the loadout, you know, the bombs, and they just performed the finishing hit, but apparently it's 100% damage they do if done right, and all of the bombs hit, or at least most of them, and it's so efficient. You would not believe. I hope that I have been able to showcase this in the video, and that's basically how you one-hit kill any bomber, attack or fighter plane out there, while being able to be a great all-around and versatile fighter pilot, which I've said quite a lot by now, to help in almost any situation. Enemy AA will fear you, your teammates will revere you, and enemy pilots will hate you. I came about this one-hit kill tactic by sheer luck, as I just said, when I performed a combo finisher on a plane, but later discovered that it would do 100% damage to all plane if done right. With the added tactic for AA, you will be now a great asset to your team's air force, and even the Behemoth if your team gets it, because there's not enough PTFO. Do your PTFO, guys. But also, I'm not lying or exaggerating when I'm saying that sometimes I've been dominating the skies for an entire round in one plane without dying, with no help from fellow pilots, because I was just, okay, this is gonna be a huge pat on the back, and this is gonna sound so full of myself, but because I've been so aggressive and effective. AA would never be able to take me down, because I either stayed out of range or I did the just over cover, deliver the bombs and then out of the way. A lot of the time AA is near buildings, so this is a great tactic. And also, you can one-hit kill bombers, for Christ's sake. You can one-hit kill any plane. So yeah, that's it for this time, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this guide on how to be the best fighter pilot you can possibly be. Again, this tactic might work with the attack plane. I haven't tried it out because it's slower than the fighter plane. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.